Hello students, in this session we will discuss some chemical properties of aldehydes and ketones here. So already we know that these aldehydes and ketone, they contain carbonyl group, that is carbon oxygen double bond. Due to electronegativity difference between the carbon and oxygen, it is polar in nature, so that this oxygen being more electronegativity will acquire partial negative charge, and this carbonyl carbon is having what? Partial positive charge here. So always you keep in mind this carbonyl group is what? Polar double bond. Polar double bond. Okay. And due to more electronegativity of this oxygen atom, these 5 electrons are always transferred towards the oxygen. In the carbonyl group, you have to transfer these 5 electrons towards the oxygen because of its more electronegativity. You will see it. So this carbonyl group, this oxygen being more electronegative, always these 5 electrons are transferred towards the oxygen. So this can be equivalently written as, so this carbon single bond oxygen, this is a negative charge and this will be what? Positive charge here. Now this carbonyl group, it is having 2 active centers, oxygen atom with a negative charge, carbon atom with positive charge here. So it can be easily attacked by any positive species, or it can be easily attacked by what? Any negative species. In the organic chemistry, only have to find out where is positive and where is negative. Always this positive will be attacked by negative and negative will be attacked by what? Positive here. So if you compare these two, here carbon having positive charge is less stable as compared to oxygen having negative charge here according to resonance rules. So this will be unstable and this will be stable here. Already we know that stability is inversely proportional to what? Reactivity. So this carbon having positive charge is unstable, means it has to react first. It has to react first means which comes and attacks this one? Negative has to attack this one. So first nucleophile will come and that will attack this carbon having positive charge here. So here this nucleophile will attack here. Since the reaction starts from this nucleophile, it is called as what? Nucleophilic addition reaction. Here first nucleophile is added to the carbon having positive charge, then this negative species, it will acquire some proton from the medium, then it will become neutral here. So first which is added here? Nucleophile. Nucleophile is added means always it will undergo nucleophilic addition reaction. Always you keep in mind this. Okay, what will be added here? Carbon to this one, nucleophile is added, so this will be negative charge, so it will acquire a proton from the medium, so that to this one proton is added. Ultimately it becomes as what here? This is your carbon, nucleophile is added and electrophile is added here. So always this carbonyl group, it will undergo nucleophilic addition reaction where nucleophile is added to this carbonyl carbon and positive species added to the oxygen. Which is added first here? Nucleophile. So it is called as what? Nucleophilic addition reaction. Always this carbonyl group being polar in nature, it will undergo nucleophilic addition reaction. Now you see here, actually this nucleophile will attack the carbonyl carbon which is having partial positive charge. We will see that one. This is your oxygen double bond and here it is having a partial negative charge and this is partial positive charge. This is nothing but a negative electromeric effect in which negative species attack to what? Carbonyl carbon, then these 5 electrons are forced to move towards the oxygen here. Actually here this nucleophile will attack this carbonyl carbon having a partial positive charge. When this nucleophile attacks this carbonyl carbon having partial positive charge, these 5 electrons, they are forced to move towards the oxygen. Then what happens here? This nucleophile is added to the carbon. Next this oxygen gets a negative charge. In order to give the neutral species, this oxygen, it will take a proton from the medium. Always you keep in mind, in order to avoid the confusion, better you give the arrow mark from the high electron density to the low electron density here. So here what happens, you will get this carbon to which nucleophile is added, and here OH is added here. So it undergo what? Nucleophilic addition reaction. This is negative electromagnetic effect here. So this carbon is having what? Partial positive charge. In order to attack this carbonyl carbon which is having partial positive charge, this nucleophile must be very, very strong here, because here there is no complete charge is present, only partial positive charge is there. Whenever complete positive charge and negative charge is there, they will attract readily and they will combine together. But here positive charge is weak, only negative charge is what? Strong. If it is negative, if negative is strong, then only it will attack what? This partial positive charge on the carbon atom here. Now you see here another point, this in the carbonyl carbon, before undergoing nucleophilic addition reaction, the hybridization of this carbon is what? sp2, because it is having only 3 sigma bond, already we have discussed. When it undergo nucleophilic addition reaction, the hybridization of this carbon is changing to what? sp3, because here it is having 4 sigma bonds. And another point you keep in mind, for the nucleophilic addition reaction of this carbonyl group, nucleophile must be strong here. Which is a strong nucleophile? Always you keep in mind, nucleophile is nothing but electron rich species which is having a negative charge, or lone pair of electrons are partial negative charge. Complete negative charge is more powerful than the lone pair of electrons, which is more powerful than what? Partial negative charge. For this nucleophilic addition reaction, this nucleophile must have what? Complete negative charge. It must be very, very strong, then only it will attack carbonyl carbon having partial positive charge. If in case this nucleophile is weak, if this nucleophile is weak, then it cannot attack this carbonyl carbon easily. In such cases, what we will do is, we will increase the positive charge density on the carbon atom, so that this nucleophile can be easily attacked to the carbonyl carbon. We will see that one. These two are what? The nucleophiles which are having lone pair of electron as well as partial negative charge. These are the weak nucleophile, and the nucleophile which has complete negative charge, that is what? Strong nucleophile. You keep this one in mind. Okay. Now we will discuss, if weak nucleophile is present, what happens now. Now if nucleophile is weak, then this nucleophilic addition reaction takes place in a weakly acidic medium. Whenever a nucleophile is weak, acidic medium is preferred, because in the acidic medium carbonyl oxygen gets protonated, thereby increases the positive charge density on the carbonyl carbon, so that it can be easily attacked by the nucleophile. If weak nucleophile is present, if nucleophile is weak, then nucleophilic addition reaction takes place in acidic medium, and is called as acid catalyzed nucleophilic addition reaction. What happens in the acidic medium? In acidic medium, carbonyl oxygen gets protonated, which increases positive charge density. On carbonyl carbon, which can be readily attacked by nucleophile. So already we know that if a weak nucleophile is there, it cannot attack the carbonyl carbon, because both are being weak here. Carbonyl carbon also partial positive charge, nucleophile also weak, means they cannot attract easily. So in order to make them attract easily, what happens? We will use acidic medium. In the acidic medium, the positive charge density on the carbonyl carbon is increased, so that it can be easily attacked by what? Nucleophile here. See here, weakly acidic medium is preferred, like this. In this one, this is the oxygen, carbonyl oxygen, with two lone pair of electrons are present on the carbonyl oxygen. So in the acidic medium, what happens? This carbonyl oxygen, it gets protonated. The lone pair of electrons of this oxygen, they are given towards what? One proton, so that this is attached to the oxygen. So it can be written as this carbon oxygen double bond, this oxygen, one lone pair of electron as it is, and by using these lone pair of electrons, what happens? This proton is connected to the oxygen, and this oxygen gets positive charge. Now this oxygen being more electronegative, it cannot bear this positive charge. So this oxygen being more electronegative, oxygen atom with the positive charge is unstable. So what happens? Readily it takes what? This 5 electron towards itself, or it try to attract the whatever the electron density is available to it, it try to attract more electron density. As a result, the positive charge density on the carbon increases. As positive charge density on this carbon increases, it can be easily attacked by what? Attacking nucleophile here. So this can also be written as, it can also be written as what? These 5 electrons are given towards what? Oxygen here. So you can write it like this also, carbon, a single bond oxygen, on the oxygen you have to write two lone pair of electron, and this hydrogen is connected as it is, then this carbon atom gets complete positive charge. You can observe here the positive charge density on the carbonyl carbon is increased. Now it can be easily attacked by what? Attacking nucleophile. So this is your protonated carbonyl group. You can write it like this also and like this also. These two are equivalent to each other. This is protonated carbonyl group. So always you keep in mind, whenever the nucleophile is weak, it will attack protonated carbonyl group here. So that always the reaction takes place in the weakly acidic medium, so that it can be easily attacked by the nucleophile. I will write that protonated carbonyl group like this. In the protonated carbonyl group, directly I can write like this, where the positive charge density on the carbon is maximum. Now your weak nucleophile, which is having a lone pair of electron, can easily attack your protonated carbonyl carbon to form what? Addition product. So this is your nucleophile is attached to the carbon. Now this will be OH. So in case of weak nucleophile, keep in mind, always it will attack the protonated carbonyl carbon only, where the positive charge density on the carbon is increased by using the acidic medium. I hope you understood this purpose of using acidic medium. In acidic medium, this carbonyl oxygen gets protonated. Then what happens here? This oxygen, which is having a positive charge, is unstable. It attracts more electron density towards itself. As a result, the positive charge density on the carbon increases. Then it will be easily attacked by the weak nucleophile also. So in order to make the attack of nucleophile very fast, either you should have the nucleophile with the complete negative charge, or you have to increase the positive charge density on the carbonyl carbon here. Next point. Now both aldehydes and ketones, they are having this carbonyl group, means both aldehydes and ketones, they will undergo nucleophilic addition reaction. Both aldehydes and ketones undergo nucleophilic addition reaction, because both of them contains a carbonyl group only here. So here this carbonyl group is there, This carbonyl group is present in the aldehyde as well as what? Ketones. Both are carbonyl compounds only. Always they will undergo what? Nucleophilic addition reaction, where this is your partial negative charge and this carbonyl carbon is having a partial positive charge. If you are having a strong nucleophile with a negative charge, then it will attack your carbonyl carbon having partial positive charge. Then these electrons are forced to move towards the oxygen. Then what happens here? This is a slowest step of the reaction, will write, and here attack of nucleophile is slowest step of the reaction, and always we know that the slowest step of the reaction is what? Rate determining step, RDS we will call it as. Once the nucleophile will attack here, this carbon oxygen will get negative charge, and here you are having what? Nucleophile. And in order to give the neutral species, this oxygen, it captures a proton from the medium, so this is added to this one, and the capturing of this proton is what? Fast step here. This takes place rapidly, so that you can write this carbon, here one nucleophile is added, and here OH will be coming here. And very important point is the reactivity of these aldehydes and ketones, it depends on what? The magnitude of a positive charge density on the carbonyl carbon. As the positive charge density on the carbonyl carbon increases, this nucleophile is easily attracted towards the carbon. It can easily attract, or it can easily attack the carbonyl carbon here, so that as the positive charge density on the carbon atom increases, the reactivity of both aldehyde and ketone increases. This is very important point you have to remember here. Anything that increases the positive charge density on the carbon atom increases the reactivity of both aldehydes and ketones. If the positive charge density on the carbon atom decreases, it cannot be easily attacked by the attacking nucleophile, then the reactivity of both aldehyde and ketone decreases here. So what happens here? Reactivity, that is positive charge density, or else we will write magnitude of positive charge density is directly proportional to reactivity. As the magnitude of positive charge density on the carbonyl carbon increases, reactivity increases. If this positive charge on the carbon decreases, reactivity will decrease here. Now we will compare the reactivity of aldehydes and ketones. For example, if I take one aldehyde, in case of aldehyde, one alkyl group is present and one hydrogen is present. If you go for a ketone, in case of ketone, this carbonyl carbon, it is connected to the two alkyl groups here. Already we know that this carbonyl carbon is partial positive, oxygen is partial negative. Here also same thing, partial positive, and this is partial negative. Already we know that the reactivity depends on what? The positive charge density on the carbonyl carbon atom in both cases. Now you see here, in case of aldehydes, this methyl group is electron releasing through the inductive effect. Alkyl groups are what? They will release electron density through the sigma bond. That sigma electrons are migrated away from the methyl group, that is positive inductive effect. Due to the positive inductive effect, what happens? Electron density is coming towards the carbonyl carbon. That's why here positive charge density on the carbon decreases. One thing you keep in mind, very simple trick. If the electron density is coming towards the carbonyl carbon, its reactivity decreases, because positive charge density decreases here, electrons are coming towards this one, and that negative electrons and this positive charge, they get neutralized, so that this positive charge density decreases here. Here also same thing, two methyl groups are there, they are releasing electron density towards what? Carbonyl carbon. That is here there is a effect of methyl group, that is two inductive effects are there. This also one inductive effect and two inductive effect. Here the decrease in the positive charge on the carbonyl carbon is sharp, that is the positive charge on the carbonyl carbon sharply decreases as compared to the aldehyde here. Here only one alkyl group is releasing electron density, and here two alkyl groups are releasing electron density. So what happens here? These ketones, they become less reactive as compared to the aldehyde, because positive charge density is what? Decreased here. If electron density is going away from the carbonyl carbon, then what happens? Positive charge density on the carbon increases and their reactivity increases. Very simple trick is, if electron density is coming towards the carbonyl carbon, positive charge density decreases, reactivity decreases. If electron density is going away from the carbonyl carbon, positive charge density increases, reactivity increases here. With respect to inductive effect also, we can explain the reactivity of aldehydes and ketones. Ketones are less reactive as compared to aldehydes. Reactivity of ketones is more here. Another point we will write in the next slide. So already we know that with respect to inductive effect, aldehydes are more reactive than what? Ketones. And another point which explains the reactivity of this aldehyde and ketone is steric effect. That is steric hindrance we call it as. That is, this will be your ketone in which two alkyl groups are present here. So nucleophile is supposed to attack this carbon having partial positive charge, and this is a partial positive charge on the carbon, and this is partial negative. Here in case of ketones, due to the presence of two larger alkyl groups which are connected to the carbonyl carbon, these two alkyl groups, they will sterically hinders the attack of the nucleophile. Due to presence of these two larger alkyl groups, the attack of nucleophile become difficult, because these alkyl groups, they will cover the carbonyl carbon, so that this nucleophile cannot easily attack this carbon here. That's why the reactivity of ketone again decreases. But in case of aldehydes, we can see here only one alkyl group is present on the carbonyl carbon, so that here nucleophile is having enough space to attack towards the carbonyl carbon. In this way also, aldehydes are more reactive than what? Ketones. This is your aldehyde due to what? Steric hindrance. So this is your ketone. In case of ketones, due to presence of two alkyl groups, they will sterically hinders the attack of or the approach of the nucleophile towards the carbonyl carbon, so that here nucleophile cannot easily attack the carbonyl carbon. That's why what happens? Aldehydes are more reactive than ketone. There are two reasons. One is electronic reason and another is what? Steric hindrance here. Due to presence of two alkyl groups, the positive inductive effect of two alkyl groups, the positive charge density on the carbonyl carbon decrease in case of ketone, hence their reactivity decreases. First point. And another point is, due to presence of two larger alkyl groups, they will sterically hinder the attack of nucleophile towards the carbon atom, because these two larger alkyl group, they will cover this carbonyl carbon, so that it cannot easily attack here. These two reasons are making these ketones less reactive as compared to aldehyde. In ketones, first point, due to positive inductive effect of two alkyl groups, positive charge density on carbonyl carbon, sharply decreases. Hence reactivity decreases here. And the second reason is what? Due to presence of two larger alkyl groups, hinders the attack of nucleophile on carbonyl carbon. hence reactivity decreases. They may ask it for 2 mark also, that is aldehydes are more reactive than ketone. Give reason means these two are very important reasons you have to write. Okay, next point. Now we will write the order of reactivity of different aldehydes and ketones here with respect to inductive effect and with respect to steric effect. We know that the reactivity of these aldehydes and ketones, they are affected by what? The positive inductive effect of the alkyl groups, one thing, and second thing is due to presence of bulkier alkyl group, they makes the attack of nucleophile difficult towards the carbonyl carbon here. So reactivity with respect to inductive effect we will write first. With respect to inductive effect, so that electron releasing nature of these alkyl group, they will decrease the positive charge density on the carbon, hence their reactivity go on decreases. First one we will write formaldehyde HCHO. You can observe here this hydrogen, already we know that it will show zero inductive effect, it will not release any electron density towards the carbonyl carbon, so that there is no decrease in the positive charge density on the carbonyl carbon. Their reactivity is more as compared to, it is more reactive as compared to acetaldehyde. Here what happens, this alkyl group, it releases electron density towards the carbonyl carbon, that's why positive charge density is decreasing here. So this is more reactive than this one. If I take another alkyl group, that is CH3, C double bond O and CH3 here. Here there is no inductive effect, keep in mind, so that reactivity is more. Here one inductive effect is there, one positive inductive effect, and here two alkyl groups are releasing electron density. If electron density is coming towards the carbonyl carbon, what I said, reactivity will decrease here. So here two inductive effects are there. Because of this, again the positive charge density on the carbonyl carbon sharply decreases, reactivity again decreases here. If you take one methyl group and one ethyl group, this is a CH3, C double bond O, CH2 and CH3 here. Okay, again this is less reactive as compared to this one, because the inductive effect due to two carbon atom is more as compared to one carbon atom. That's why here inductive effect is due to one time due to alkyl group, this is due to methyl, and one time due to what? Ethyl group. So here again it is more reactive. If you attach two ethyl groups here, that is CH3, CH2, C double bond O, CH2, CH3. Again the inductive effect due to two carbon atom is more effective as compared to one carbon atom. So again sharply there is a decrease in the positive charge density on the carbonyl carbon, again reactivity decreases here. Next this trichloroacetic acid is called as chloral. If I take like this, C double bond O H, instead of 3 hydrogen I will attach 3 chlorine here. This is also chlorine, this also chlorine, and this also chlorine. This is trichloroacetic acid, it is called as chloral. Here what happens, this chlorine being more electronegative, it attracts electron density like this. So electron density is attracted towards the chlorine, means these chlorines, they will attract electron density from this carbon, and this carbon will attract electron density from this aldehydic carbon. As a result, what happens, electron density is going away from the carbon, positive charge density on the carbon atom increases, reactivity increases. So this chloral will be more reactive as compared to acetic acid, because here what is present here, positive inductive effect is present here. Due to positive inductive effect of this methyl group, reactivity decreases. But here in case of chloral, you are having a negative inductive effect. Negative inductive effect means electron density going away from the aldehydic carbon. Positive inductive effect is what? Electron density is going towards the aldehydic carbon atom. So here chloral become more reactive than what? Acetic acid. So this will be what? The reactivity with respect to inductive effect. As the inductive effect of these alkyl group increases, reactivity decreases. Now we'll write with respect to steric hindrance. Now reactivity with respect to steric hindrance of alkyl groups. Reactivity with respect to steric effect of alkyl groups here. Again the first three members will be again in the same order, that is, if I write formaldehyde, so these two hydrogens are being a smaller size atom, they will allow the attack of nucleophile very easily. So this will be more reactive as compared to this aldehyde. Here one alkyl group is present, so again reactivity decreases. And again here what happens? Another alkyl group I will add. This is CH3, C double bond O and CH3. Next, as the number and the size of the alkyl group increases, reactivity decreases. See here one alkyl group is present, reactivity is less as compared to this one. And here two alkyl groups are present, larger alkyl groups are present, means they will make difficult for the nucleophile to attack towards the carbonyl carbon. Suppose if I write like this, this is CH3, CH3, and this will be carbon, C double bond O. For this one you have to write one hydrogen here. Next this is a CH, again CH3 and CH3. What happens here? Again the size of the alkyl group that is attached to the carbonyl carbon increases. So again it makes it difficult towards for the nucleophile to attack towards the carbonyl carbon. So again reactivity decreases, and this is more reactive than CH3, CH3, CH3. Here to this carbon three alkyl groups are attached, and this will be carbon. Again if I take three alkyl groups, again the size of the alkyl group increase here. See here, still larger alkyl group is present on the carbonyl carbon. As the size of this alkyl group that is attached to the carbonyl carbon increases, their reactivity decreases because they make the attack of nucleophile difficult towards the carbonyl carbon. So from this you can write one sentence, that is, reactivity of these aldehydes and ketones are inversely proportional to the size of the alkyl group. Size of the alkyl group increases, reactivity decreases, and the number of alkyl groups. See here, one alkyl group, two alkyl group, again here four alkyl groups are attached, here six alkyl groups are attached. Like this, number of alkyl group increases, again reactivity decreases. So it is inversely proportional to size of alkyl group and number of alkyl groups and another point you can write, the positive inductive effect of the alkyl group that is attached to the carbonyl carbon decreases the reactivity, means so the reactivity will be increased by what? Negative inductive effect of the alkyl group that is attached to the carbonyl carbon, and it is inversely proportional to positive inductive effect of the alkyl group that is attached to the carbonyl carbon here. So these are very important point you have to remember. Next point. So the next point is reactivity of aromatic aldehydes and ketones with respect to aliphatic aldehydes and ketones. In general or usually, aromatic aldehydes and ketones, aromatic aldehydes and ketones are less reactive than corresponding aliphatic aldehydes and ketones. So already we know that as the positive charge density on the carbonyl carbon is decreasing, their reactivity will decrease. Here aromatic aldehydes and ketones are less reactive as compared to their aliphatic aldehydes and ketones. The reason for this is, if you take the benzaldehyde, that is aromatic aldehyde I will take. In case of benzaldehyde, this is your aromatic aldehyde. In this one, this benzene ring, it acts as electron releasing through the resonance effect. Due to positive resonance effect of this benzene ring, the positive charge density on the carbonyl carbon sharply decreases, then its reactivity decreases here, because this benzene ring, it acts as electron releasing towards the carbonyl carbon, so that these electrons are transferred towards what? Oxygen. Then see here, in case of aliphatic aldehydes, the electron density on the carbonyl carbon is decreased due to inductive effect, that is only sigma electrons are transferred towards the carbonyl carbon, thereby the positive charge is decreased. But in case of aromatic aldehydes, here the positive charge on the carbonyl carbon is decreased by the transfer of 5 electrons. This is more effective as compared to the inductive effect. So here sharply the positive charge density on the carbonyl carbon decreases, their reactivity again decreases here. So this can be equivalently written as, what happens, this is double bond as it is, this double bond as it is, you will get a positive charge on this carbon atom. So here you will get a double bond, this oxygen with a negative charge and hydrogen as it is. Next, this bond is shifted here, can be written as benzene ring as it is. Here you will get a double bond, positive charge is transferred to this carbon atom, and this 5 bond as it is, and this is a double bond, carbon oxygen with a negative charge, and this is like this. Now this 5 bond is given towards this bond. What happens now? Here this bond is as it is, you will get a double bond here, and the positive charge is transferred to the next carbon atom. So this is a double bond, carbon oxygen like this. Next this negative charge is transferred, that is pair of electrons are transferred towards this bond, and this is coming back to this one. This is what resonance of benzaldehyde here, like this. This will be C double bond OH, then you will get a double bond here, this is your double bond, and this will be double bond. Now you can observe here, due to the positive resonance effect of this benzene ring, in case of benzaldehyde, the positive charge density on the carbonyl carbon sharply decreases, therefore their reactivity decreases. In benzaldehyde, due to positive resonance effect of benzene ring, positive charge density on carbonyl carbon sharply decreases. Hence their reactivity decreases. So here what happens, in case of benzaldehyde or in case of aromatic aldehydes, the decrease in the positive charge on the carbonyl carbon is due to the powerful resonance effect, that is due to the transfer of 5 electrons towards the carbon atom. Therefore the positive charge density on the carbonyl carbon sharply decreasing, therefore these aromatic aldehydes are less reactive than what? Aliphatic aldehydes. You will write the order now. So always one thing you keep in mind, decrease in the positive charge on the carbonyl carbon is more effective by what? Resonance effect as compared to the inductive effect, because resonance effect is more powerful than inductive effect. In case of resonance effect, complete transfer of electron takes place, but in case of inductive effect, just the migration of sigma electrons will be taking place here. So first one, if I write, this one is a benzene ring, alternate double bonds are present, and here if I attach a CH2 group and I will take an aldehyde group here. This is not completely aromatic because here this aromatic ring is attached to the side chain here. Okay, this is nothing but 2-phenyl ethanol. Next, here what happens, this carbon atom which is present on the benzene ring, this is sp2 carbon atom. sp2 carbon atom, and this will be what? sp3 carbon. sp2 carbon atom, S percentage increases. What happens? Their electronegativity also increases. So this sp2 carbon being more electronegative as compared to sp3, it attracts electron density from the next carbon atom. So electron density is coming towards what? This phenyl group, towards, that is by the inductive effect here. So then what happens? This carbon, it will attract electron density from the aldehydic carbon, thereby the positive charge density on the carbon atom increases and their reactivity increases. So that this is more reactive than benzaldehyde. What happens here? If I take benzaldehyde, this is your benzaldehyde, this is less reactive than this one. Here what happens? You are having negative inductive effect. Due to negative inductive effect of this carbon, what happens? Reactivity increases, electron density is going away from the carbonyl carbon here. But here, due to the positive resonance effect, what happens? Electron density on the carbonyl carbon is sharply decreased, therefore its reactivity is less as compared to this compound. Next one, if I take one phenyl group is attached to the carbonyl carbon and one alkyl group here, like this I will take. So here what happens? This is due to the resonance effect, and here it is showing what? Positive inductive effect. This is releasing electron density through its inductive effect, and this is releasing electron density towards the carbonyl carbon by the resonance effect. So these two again they will decrease the reactivity of this compound. This is one positive resonance effect, one inductive effect is there. See here, negative inductive effect is more reactive, positive resonance effect, this is less reactive, and one positive resonance effect and one inductive effect, again they will sharply decrease the positive charge density on the carbon, again reactivity decreases here. Next order which is less reactive than this one is, I will take two phenyl groups are attached to the carbonyl carbon like this. So here alternate double bonds are present, here also alternate double bonds are present. Now this is also releasing electron density towards the carbon by the resonance effect, and this also releasing electron density towards the carbonyl carbon by the resonance effect. There are two positive resonance effects are there in this compound which decreases the positive charge density on the carbon atom, again their reactivity decreases. So this is what the order of reactivity of these aldehydes and ketones here. Okay, this is what the reactivity of aldehydes and ketones and their order and nucleophilic addition reaction. When a nucleophile is weak, you have to use an acidic medium in which the positive charge density on the carbonyl carbon is increased. So all these factors you have to remember in order to write the reactions of these aldehydes and ketones here. Okay, next one.